All right, everybody, you got a new job. Congratulations. Now, what's the first thing you need to do? You get your paycheck. Gotta think about that, right? What's the first thing you do? Number one is you pay yourself. You got the job, you're earning money. First thing you need to do is you need to pay yourself. You need to set aside that money into a savings account. And I know you're probably thinking, no. Do you know how many bills I have? I have to pay rent and all my utilities and my car payment and maybe a college. Yeah, I know. I know. You do have all that stuff. But you're making money now. And in making money, you have to do some responsible things to set yourself up for the future. The first responsible thing to set yourself up for the future is to put money into a savings account. You're going to put money into a savings account for you. And you can determine how much that will be. And remember, that money is always yours. It is yours. So set money up into a savings account that will automatically go into it. So set it up so it automatically gets pulled out of your checking account every other week and put into this savings account, and you don't touch it. You let it grow. All right, number two. You need to start an emergency account. So this is separate from your savings account. This is a second savings account that you're going to flag emergencies. And an emergency. What is an emergency? Okay, you get a flat tire. Were you expecting to get a flat tire? Or let's say the water started gushing out everywhere. And you've pinpointed where it is, but you're not a mechanic that can fix that type of stuff. You're not sure what to do, so you gotta call a plumber. Were you expecting to do that? Were you planning to have the water pipe burst? I bet the answer is no. So, you're driving along and suddenly the engine light comes on. Well, for Pete's sake, what else could happen? Well, if you have an emergency fund set up, you would have money that automatically goes in there every time you get paid. Automatically goes into the emergency. And when something like that comes up, you just withdraw it. You put it into your checking account and you pay your bill. And the emergency account keeps growing every time you get paid. You take money out of it, and then you're going to be putting money back into it. It'll just keep growing. When you need it, you just take money out. Well, gee, I'm going out for beer with the guys on Friday. That's not an emergency. Nope. That is fun time. So no, you don't get to use your emergency account for buying cigarettes or buying alcohol. If you're having a party, no. It's got to be things that are necessary. Necessary. Your vehicle is necessary. Your home, things that are in your home are necessary. Let's say your dryer just goes kaput. You weren't planning on that. Well, your emergency account can be used for that. But going out to dinner, having a party are not, that's not an emergency. So, number three, your place where you live. Okay, you need to have a place to live. So that's your next thing you're going to be paying, is you need to have a home. You need to have a roof over your head. So you got to be paying that bill. and you need to pay the other bills that you need to have. Air conditioning is nice, but it's not a need. Now, I know it's not nice to get hot in the summer, but if you have to cut somewhere, it's always an option. You know, if lights on in the house, yeah, you need that. Do you need to have cable right now? No, you don't. That's a nice to have thing. Well, you need to have garbage, you need water. You know, those are all things that you need to have. So if it's a nice to have thing, maybe you need to wait. Maybe you need to call and say, can we just hold that for now? Can we just put that bill on a stop for the next month or two? Because right now you can't afford it. Well, sometimes you have to ask those serious questions. What can I afford right now? How much money am I short? And then you're going to have to look at your checking account, your credit card bills. You're going to have to really sit down and look at it and say, okay, what is a need and what is a want? And you need to define that. What is a need and what is a want? What can you get by not having for a month? Well, if you can get by without having it for a month, then that's a want. But if you can't get by, you have to have that thing, then that is a need. So it's all about going through and writing everything down that's a need and a want and figuring it out. And then number 4 is you need to document all of your needs and wants and document how much you're going to get paid. And hopefully your end result shows that you have money left over. So do not take the approach of, I'm just going to write down all of my bills, and then if there's anything left over, then I'll pay myself, and then I'll make an emergency account. Don't do that, because you'll never do it. And let me tell you, you're going to have an emergency come up, and you're going to be so grateful that you made that emergency account and that you have that money. Someone's going to come over and say, well, the bill was $125. And you're going to look at the emergency account and say, I've got that. Here, let me write a check out. So yeah, these are serious questions because it's hard. And planning your financial future is so important. There's other things I could tell you about, but let's just start with that. Do those things, and I'll make another video about other stuff, but start with that. Do your plan. Make a date that this is the day I'm going to do it, and then stick to it, because you can do it. You can. I believe in you. Have a great day, friends.